thank you very much for back again. Hope you liked my intro. This is one I did a while back, but I thought I'd add it in again and start doing something different. So I'm going to try to make slightly more high quality videos. Now I thought I'll do something different. Level Earth Observer is continually putting out rubbish, but I thought I'll make a change this time and cover the interesting topic of chemtrails and the sheer just tomfoolery that they all come up with. So this is a video from this channel down here, Rise Up with blah 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 blah, and he shows that it's just essentially just his own opinions to what he thinks he's looking at, and everyone else is wrong if you disagree with him.
I want to show you our skies. Been manipulated by unbelief. You can see we're not even blue anymore.
Even though, looking at your video, the sky is still quite obviously blue.
What you can see is absolutely tons of chemical. Oh, surprise, surprise. There's another one coming in. Absolutely thick trail from the west. Hub manipulations all in this crap. Oh, this is absolutely disgusting. It's one of them ones that's spraying so thick they look like a cobra head. This is sick. So much iron oxide in our atmosphere at the moment.
So they're spraying rust in our sky. Did I hear that right? Because iron oxide is just rust. That's very interesting. Right, I could, keep on going with that video, but it's the same old stuff. He essentially just keeps on talking about how much rubbish it is in the skies, keeps on pointing at the skies. For some reason seems to keep on claiming that the true colour of the sun is blood red, and also claims that the true colour of the moon is blood red. I have no idea where he comes up with that. And talking about HARP, and talking about this, and talking about everyone is a sheep, and is brainwashed, and is blind, and deaf, and all this kind of rubbish. But, I think I'll move on from that, because it's the same old thing, and I don't think you want to listen to him talk, because it's quite, but you just leave it. Right, so, one of the more sort of contentious points to this is that many chemtrail believers seem to think that, oh, we never used to get this when, we were younger 30, 40 years ago, which is false to start with. But then this is quite a simple reason why, is that there's more people travelling now than there were back in the 80s and the 70s. Far more. Let's look at this figure here. Now these figures only go up to 2018. Let's go to, let's say, back to, let's choose a good round number. 1970, right? In 1970, around the world, 310 million people travelled that year. 310 million people, right? So that's, I'm not going to even guess an amount of planes, but that's, millions of planes going over through the skies around the world every year, right? So that's 310.4 million people travelled in 1970. Let's go up to 1980. 641 million people travelled. So that's almost twice as much. Let's go up to 1990. 1.025 billion. So that's jumped up. That's almost double again. I'm using almost loosely here. Right? But then let's jump to, let's say 2000 and 2009. Let's go 2010. That's 2.6 billion. So that's doubled from 1990. And let's go to 2018, where it's 4.23 billion. So you think about it, right? That's 310 million people travelled in 1970, flew in 1970. In 2018, it's 4.233 billion. That was 2018. So 2019 may have been more. Obviously a lot less this year due to COVID. But just the difference. So this means essentially there's going to be, I don't know, 4 times as many planes in our skies. It's as simple as that. There's just the reason why we see more contrails nowadays is because there's more planes. It's as simple as that. So no wonder if they sort of fill the clouds and the skies with cirrus clouds and all this kind of stuff. There's more people travelling. Simple as that. Right, so now this is the other aspect of the thing. So looking at the actual contrails, the dates much further back than now. And this is a little page called Contrails Photos Throughout History, 1991 back to 1940. And it just shows a brilliant array of photographs of contrails that basically shows that when these individuals go, so this never used to happen, it just purely shows that they're lying. Simple as that. And look, these are all in the 90s, so that's going back, 20 odd years now. Look at that, 1990 in Washington DC, Capitol Dome, back in 1990, New York 1994, 1992. Here's a persisting and spreading contrail, Mount Hood in Oregon in 1964. Like I said, persisting, long line, look at the haze. It's just what occurs with the exhaust contrail of a plane. It's just what happens. There is no conspiracy. Look, Mount Hood, July 15th, 1985. Look at that, contrails transitioning into haze and cirrus cloud. Mount Shasta, that's a cool name. I like that one. Mirror Lake, look at that long-lasting thing. And look at this. These are ripples in which he also states in other videos of his that this is done by HAARP. Now, I think I've looked up HAARP is some sort of weather monitoring system in Alaska. I think I might. It shows this predates, that by some considerable margin. I've always used to see ripples in the sky. It's quite common. It's basically due to gravitational waves and many other things. So Oregon. So we'll go back now. Look at this one. Paris, 1983. Look at those, contrails turning into haze, cirrus clouds. 1990. In London, England. I mean, look at all that. And that was in 1986. So 4 years before I was born. Long-lasting contrail in Prague. Let's go down to the really meat. I mean, look at this one. 1967, Flight 113 from Cloud Studies in Colour. Richard Scorer and Harry Rexler shows over 30 contrails, some crisscrossing. That was back in 1967. Look at this, that's a really cool one. It's a cool work of art, that one. There we are. This is 1944. Contrails formed over Germany by the 91st Bomb Group on a mission to Zeitz, Germany on 30th November. There we are, 1940. Europe bomber fight. This is 1940. And look at them, fighter squadrons, all leaving long-lasting contrails. Like I said, it's just what can happen due to a sort of combination of the humidity and temperature of the ambient air around, and probably how hot the engines are running and how quickly things cool. It's a number of factors. And look at this one, practically the entire sky's full of it, and this is back in the 40s. So this shows this has been contrails, long-lasting contrails that cover the sky with, haze and cirrus cloud and all this kind of stuff, has always been quite a common occurrence, and it's not part of some sort of global silly conspiracy. And it's just, I remember I used to live in the countryside and you get stuff like this. And what I don't understand as well, they seem to think that it does a million things at once. Now this fella in these videos seems to think that it's covering up the sun for some reason due to a cataclysmic event, but they're also poisoning us. So for some reason, the higher power is poisoning the same sky that they also breathe, which makes no sense. Right, so I hope you enjoyed my little video. This is a lot shorter than normal, which is good, because that was a complaint before, so hopefully I can have more videos like this in the future and some a bit more interesting topic. I'm back to my good old friend Level Earth Observer perhaps. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, keep safe, and have a lovely evening.